Hello. So my name is Donna Caro of Love Consciousness, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about our up and coming quantum hypnosis and energy psychology practitioner training. So this is a course that I have been developing over a number of years, and a little bit about my background is I have been qualified in hypnotherapy, NLP, and a number of other modalities for around 15 years now. And I began teaching practitioners around 6 years ago now. And what I've found as I've moved through my training, I'm always finding ways to evolve what I teach, to dig deeper within, if you like, to easily access what we might call wounds, depressions, anxieties, traumas, and the things that are really preventing us from really becoming the best version of ourselves. You know, all those triggers and insecurities and emotional baggage that we carry around. And when we began to explore a different way of using hypnosis, which is what I call quantum hypnosis, what we're actually doing is instead of using a hypnotherapy technique to come into what we know as the subconscious mind, we are using a process that connects us and activates what's known as the superconsciousness mind. Now, you may be wondering, what is the superconsciousness mind? Okay, so it's a much more evolved, much higher aspect of us, a much more expanded aspect of our consciousness. Some people refer to things like my higher self, you know, the universe. And really, what we're doing is we are tapping in to, it's almost like a library of wisdom and knowledge that we all have access to. So when you're using like a more traditional type of hypnotherapy, you're going into the subconscious mind, which is really just the programming within your smaller mind. So it's very much rooted in most of the things that we've just experienced in this life, and it's not taking into account kind of anything outside of that. But we are coming to a realization, a realignment, an understanding that we are so much more than just this version of ourselves having this experience as this little human being. And when we connect up to the higher consciousness, the super conscious mind, um, we can do so much when we access this much more expanded level of being. So firstly, we can open up communication. We can really, really, really ask all of those questions that you have been pondering on, all of the big life questions that we all have. You know, why am I here? Do I have a purpose? What should I be doing? Am I in the right job? Do I live in the right place? Is this the right relationship for me? And so on and so forth. And it may be questions such as, you know, what is preventing me from doing this thing that I want to do? And it's very often we hold wounding somewhere. So as a result of being able to open up this really clear communication, we also get to discover what the wounding is, you know, what those core wounds are that we all hold, that, you know, on a deeper level of our being is really just like a massive part of our consciousness that's disconnected from us, disconnected from love, disconnected from source. There's lots and lots of different ways in which you can interpret that. But what happens is when you have a fracture in your consciousness, this feeling of disconnect, we will continuously drop into that fracture. And we drop in because actually it's designed that way, because what we should be doing is when we drop in is bringing that fracture back into wholeness. That's the healing. But often when we drop into the fracture, the feeling of disconnect is so strong that we don't know how to navigate it. And so often when we want to follow our dreams and our desires and things like that, if the wounding or the fractures that we hold are in relation to not good enough, or a fear of being judged, fear of rejection, um, or so on or so forth, all of this, all of the types of patterns that we all hold to a certain degree, um, that wounding will be triggered up to the surface, and literally we will stop in our tracks, and it will prevent us from moving on to our purpose. You know, I truly feel and believe that we did all come here with a purpose, and we're in a very exciting time right now. It's a time when we are becoming more aware of who and what we are, what our purpose is, and just so much more than that. One of the things I love about facilitating these quantum healing and energy psychology sessions is that you get to learn and understand so much more about the nature that you are through the experiences and the facilitation of you holding the space for your clients. Because as you're asking the questions for your clients and those answers are coming through, very often they're questions that we all ask. So everything becomes clear. We realize that we're supposed to be moving in a certain direction, but we realize what the blocks are that are stopping us from getting there. And we can easily be directed to where those patterns are there, where those wounds or fractures are actually held, because we carry them in our physical body. So we can activate the physical body to be very much part of this process, and really tune into the intelligence that these physical bodies hold, that we have been largely disconnected from, again, because of wounding, because of trauma, because of, you know, fears, and insecurities. So it's a process of really being able to tap into a much higher level of awareness, a level of awareness where all the answers are just there. It's amazing. And then we can also learn and develop tools that we can use to begin to clear out the things that we are being shown that needs to be cleared in order for us to evolve or to move on to our purpose, our have our perfect relationship, whatever it might be that's holding us back in life. Um, we can also actually receive some pretty miraculous healing when we are in this space of being super conscious, super activated, because it's all there. Our bodies are designed to heal. And what actually prevents our bodies from healing is this, is our thoughts. You know, we have very busy minds. And again, it's all very much part of our programming. Keep the mind busy, keep the mind busy. And if you could imagine every time you think, and particularly when you overthink and the noise in your head is quite loud, that's creating energy. It's creating energy in and around you, okay? And that is creative energy in a sense, but it's very limited energy. It's energy based on your conditioning and your programming and everything else. And so it actually prevents, it creates like it's like a barrier that actually prevents you from fully connecting into your body, and for your body to do what it's innately designed to do, which is heal deeply. And so during the process of the quantum hypnosis, we're really kind of deactivating the lower mind, you know, so the chaos, the thoughts, the programs that are just rolling round and round and you have no control over them. And when we quieten that right down and we move into a place of no mind, then we can really access not only our body's innate ability to heal itself, not only all the answers to all the questions that we have, about life, about our purpose, about our relationships, about the universe. If you want, you can ask anything. But we also begin to discover things like natural heart technologies. We all hold technologies within us, and these are like light technologies, if you like. So, everything being energy, everything's energy. You'd have to be completely, asleep if you didn't realize by now, that everything is energy, everything is frequency, even our physical bodies. So, when you begin to understand that everything is energy, we are all kind of alchemists in a sense. We have the ability to transmute, transfigure energy. And so when we're feeling these programs and these patterns, let's say a depression, and I'm feeling really low and I'm feeling really disconnected and I've got no energy because my consciousness is literally locked into this heavy disconnected pattern. And we can go in and we can use our own technologies to transfigure that energy and bring it back in without it being like a really difficult, like painful process. Um, so there's so much that we are moving into, so much to discover, so much awareness coming in as we discover who and what we are, and that we're so much more capable than what we thought. The program, and I'm super excited to be facilitating this course. And if you would like to have an informal chat with me, if you would like to know more, if you would like to be part of the course, then please reach out to me, and I will answer any of your questions. I've also provided a couple of resources below. So, a resource of part of one of the sessions, just to give you an idea of the types of questions we're asking, and how that information's coming through. There's what's called a 0 point hypnosis session there for you to try, and that's just designed to allow you to come into that space of no mind. So if you've never tried that before, if you've never experienced it, then um, have a go and experience kind of a slightly altered state of consciousness. It's very, very deeply relaxing. And you know again, as I said, any more questions, just ask, and I'm really excited to meet you. And wherever you are, have a beautiful day, and I will catch you soon. Lots and lots and lots of love.